The iPhone 16 has been out for a month now, and while it brings some notable upgrades, how much better is it really compared to last year's iPhone 15? If you already own an iPhone 15, you might be asking yourself if it's worth the switch, and if you have an older iPhone, you might be debating whether to get last year's iPhone at a discount or pay full price for this year's iPhone. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know from design, camera, performance, and software, and why some of these features may be bigger than you think. Starting at $800, the iPhone 16 packs in the largest upgrades we've seen in Apple's baseline phone for years. A bigger battery, a new ultra-wide camera, and 2 fresh hardware additions, the action button and camera control button, alongside Apple's latest AI feature, Apple Intelligence. But at $100 less, the iPhone 15 still holds its own with solid cameras, good battery life, and support for iOS 18. The catch? There's no Apple Intelligence. So, is the iPhone 16 really worth the jump? Let's find out. At first glance, you may not notice a big difference between the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 15. Both have the same 6.1-inch form factor, an aluminum frame with slightly tapered edges, and a matte glass back. But once you flip them over, the difference starts to stand out, especially with the camera setup. The iPhone 16 brings back a throwback vertical camera arrangement, something we haven't seen since the iPhone 10 and 12 series, while the iPhone 15 sticks with its more recent horizontal layout. Another big change with the iPhone 16 is the buttons. The new action button replaces the mute switch, and there's a brand new camera control button, working like a dedicated shutter key. Press lightly to focus, press fully to snap a photo. These buttons are missing on the iPhone 15, but honestly, they don't make a huge difference in everyday use. You may barely use them. As for display brightness, the iPhone 16 doubles it to 2000 nits compared to the iPhone 15's 1000 nits. It's a minor improvement, but the iPhone 16 can also drop it to 1 nit, which is a game changer if you use your phone in bed at night. Plus, there's a tougher generation of ceramic shield cover glass that Apple claims is the strongest phone glass out there. But there's a catch. We are still stuck with the same 60Hz display. Yep, no 120Hz display on the iPhone 16, just like on the iPhone 15. And if you ever use the 120Hz screen, trust me, it's hard to go back. There is hope though. Rumor has it promotion is coming with the iPhone 17 in 2025. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out when that drops. Beyond that, not much has changed. Size and weight are the same. USB-C and IP68 water and dust resistant are still here. The only downside, the iPhone 16 still supports USB 2 transfer speeds. But honestly, if you're buying this model, you're probably not focused on high-speed data transfers. Now let's talk colors. The iPhone 16 comes in a vibrant hues, and my personal favorites are the pink and the new ultramarine blue. They really pop. The iPhone 16 features a new A18 chip built on a second-generation 3nm technology, which offers significant performance improvements over the A16 chip in the iPhone 15. But what makes the A18 chip even more interesting is its focus on artificial intelligence. Apple might have missed out on the AI hype last year, but they are going all in this time. This chip was built from the ground up with artificial intelligence optimization in mind, bringing smarter features and better performance. Now let's talk about cameras. With the new pill-shaped camera system, the iPhone 16 looks different than before, but apart from the new styling, it is a less camera upgrade than last year's iPhone 15. Let me explain. The iPhone 16 features a new camera control button below the power key. This is one of the main key physical differences between the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 15. The button is capacitive, meaning it only registers when you press it with your finger, so no accidental pocket triggers. You can also customize it to work with various camera apps, even third-party ones like Kino and Blackmagic app. Once you're in the camera app, a half press locks exposure or focus, and a full press captures your photo or starts recording. It's a great little feature to help you snap those moments faster. But that's not all. It doubles as a trackpad, letting you zoom in and out, adjusting background blur, even cycling through filters with a simple swipe. Pretty neat, right? As for the camera hardware, both the iPhone 16 and 15 feature a 48-megapixel camera, but the iPhone 15 lack fusion camera capabilities, which include a 2x optical zoom and microphotography feature and improved low-light performance. Both phones have a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, with the iPhone 16 increasing the aperture to 2.6 for better light capture. Both phones have the same 12-megapixel front camera, so no differences here. One neat feature that the iPhone 16 gets that the iPhone 15 doesn't have are photographic styles. They are a huge deal if you know how to use them. With Apple Intelligence on board on the iPhone 16, we see new image editing features like smart resizing, smart movement of objects in photos, are just some of the tricks that Apple might have borrowed from Samsung and Google. As for video quality, there's nothing much different from the iPhone 15. but you get special video and photos if you're into that. When it comes to battery life, the iPhone 16 packs a 3561 mAh battery, a solid upgrade from the 3349 mAh battery found on the iPhone 15, an impressive 6% boost. Apple tells us that the iPhone 16 gets 22 hours of video playback compared to 20 hours on the iPhone 15. This is a nice 10% improvement, but for other tasks such as audio playback, Apple quotes the same 80-hour number on the same models. But I had to verify those numbers myself, so I ran the 3 battery tests and here are the results. When it comes to video playback, the iPhone 16 impresses with 7 hours and 51 minutes, while the iPhone 15 lags behind with 7 hours and 30 minutes. For gaming, the iPhone 16 provides 9 hours and 52 minutes compared to the iPhone 15's 8 hours and 24 minutes. Overall, the iPhone 16 shows significant improvements, especially in browsing and video playback, while the iPhone 15 holds its own in gaming. I was really hoping for fast charging, and while we don't get some improvements, they are primarily with MagSafe. The iPhone 16 supports 25 watts compared to the 15 watts on the iPhone 15. To take full advantage of this, you'll need to connect the wireless charger to a power brick with at least 30 watts of output. Unfortunately, wire charging still caps out at 20 watts on both phones. Interestingly, this marks the first time we are seeing wireless charging that's as fast or even slightly faster than wired charging. One of my biggest disappointments on the iPhone 16 is the lack of 120Hz promotion. This seems to be a deliberate push towards the iPhone 16 Pro, but let me know what you guys think. For now, the standout feature in this iteration is clearly Apple Intelligence, which won't be available on the iPhone 15. In terms of hardware, we do get some nice additions: the 2 new buttons, more vibrant colors, fast wireless charging, enhanced micro capabilities for the camera, and quicker chip. While these are still solid improvements, they feel more incremental than groundbreaking. But I think you should go for the iPhone 16 over the iPhone 15. The incremental changes are worth the price. So what do you think? Is the upgrade worth it? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time.